You're listening to the PTO Unlimited podcast.
What's the matter?
Been one long, goddamn hot, miserable, shit-ass fucking day every inch of the way.
Welcome back to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex?
That describes my day.
Are you serious? Okay, I was wondering why you played that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, it was a rough day. I had a rough day.
Today?
Yeah, at work.
Oh.
Well, you don't seem like it. You seem like you just brushed it
Well,
off.
I was glad to get out of there.
Oh, yeah. Everybody is. I mean, work is work.
Yeah, that was a clip from Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, didn't you say you wanted to watch that?
I don't remember.
It's a Tarantino flick with George Clooney.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
It's like 93 or 4.
Wow.
Do you know what it's about?
No.
It's
Isn't it? Oh, no, you told us.
vampires. Yeah.
It's a vampire thing. They go to this they're on their way to Mexico.
Correct.
And there's a stop that they take. It's like a rest stop or a gas station or something.
It's
or
a strip club.
Okay, something like that.
Yeah, you told us about this. Yeah.
You said that you watched that pretty recently. This was
Probably,
maybe about a year ago.
Probably, yeah.
Pretty recently, about a year ago.
Hey,
But,
it was pretty recent.
It's Clooney in his young day. I mean, obviously he's pretty young, but
Yeah.
I think
The
it
youngest
might have
Clooney I can
been-
remember is Batman.
which was
That's-
97, so this was before that. It's probably the first movie I've ever watched that had more F-bombs than I could count.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
But
Yeah.
you haven't seen The Departed.
I have seen The Departed.
I think that one has the record for the most F-bombs.
If that
doesn't
one
it?
doesn't, I know Casino is up there, but I don't think that one does right now. I think something else topped it,
Okay.
but we'd have to check that out. But anyway,
Yeah. Episode 63.
so I didn't look up
63,
anything.
guys.
Gosh darn it.
63. Let me...
Oh, well, gosh darn it.
Oh, well.
That's okay. We started with a weird little thing that was like, what the hell? Everyone was expecting Brett, and instead we got whatever that was.
I just, at the end of the day today at work, I was thinking, that's exactly how I feel, because I thought about that part in that movie.
Yeah. So, how was your week? I mean, we spent
Well,
Saturday
we could
night
start
hanging
with
out.
the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Saturday.
We watched Everest with you,
Yep.
and we did an aftercast with for E3.
Yep.
So you can check that out on our SoundCloud and YouTube. Now available on YouTube. Aftercast first episode available on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
First video episode.
Actually,
Actually, it's the only one on YouTube, period, right?
I don't think we did the Xbox. I don't think I made the Xbox 360 one. That one was just an audio turned into
Yeah.
video. So
But our actual video podcast for
Yeah.
E3.
yeah, and I immediately apologize for. Well, we all do. We didn't do a chord check. I had to make sure you
that's
plugged your.
it's now a thing.
It's now a thing. Yeah, we didn't
learn
do
as
it.
we go.
We didn't get our episode 62 onto YouTube because the camera died halfway through the show, so we didn't have it plugged in.
So, what'd you think of Everest?
I liked it.
Good movie, but I have a problem with it.
Okay.
Why?
First of all, I don't feel sorry for any of the characters
Okay.
because they paid to be there.
Right.
They paid to go into danger. I don't care about the fact that they risked their life. They did that for fun.
Okay, but they they're still getting paid to, like, just like that guy said in the movie, I'm paying you to get me there and to get me back.
Right. That guy
As safely as possible.
That guy was like the people who did it as a job. I understand, but the people who paid to be there, like the guy. Spoiler alert! I mean, this happened in the '90s, right? So
96.
So
Like, it's based on a true story.
one of the guys gets like full on frostbite and loses half of his face and his and fingers.
He was one of those survivors, right?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Mhm.
I don't feel bad for him because he paid to be there.
Well, I don't know if
What was it, $60,000?
Do you guys understand
65, yeah.
what, like, my view on that?
I wouldn't say.
I do, but
get
I
what you're
don't.
saying, but I wouldn't say not to feel sorry for them. But they understood the risk.
Exactly.
And they
So-
paid,
That's why I don't feel
they
bad.
understood there was a risk, but they also paid for guides, a lot of money for guides to take them and to basically be responsible for getting them back down.
Yeah.
And because of this crazy massive storm, it was unable to happen to where the own guide,
it wasn't their fault a storm happened.
The expert, through some compassion, decided instead of having that 2 o'clock turnaround to get everybody back down the mountain before anything bad happens, decided this was this guy's second trip. So he paid $65,000 the first time, and then he gave him a discount on the second time, and is like,
"Oh, I didn't catch that.
Don't turn me around." Yeah, when they're walking through one of the villages, he's like, "Thanks for the discount. I know you didn't have to do it." He's like, "Well, you were working 3 jobs."
Oh yeah,
okay.
and wasn't that the guy that had the fundraiser from the school or something?
Yep.
And at the same
really
time,
for that guy.
Rob Hall is the climber that we're talking about. He led Adventure Consultants Company, led clients up to the top of Everest. You spend like 3 months with these people, so you get to know them very well. So wanting him to get to the top the second year in a row, because he had to turn him around the first year. The second year, he's like, "Please let me do this." And instead of turning him around, it cost both of them their lives.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and you could see it. I mean, Jason Clarke played Rob Hall. You could see it in his eyes when he asked him, "Please, I'm not coming back next year. Don't turn me around." You could see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
I should not do this, but okay.
Yeah.
Like he knew.
He knew it was not good.
He knew he was probably going to die, but he was like, "You know what? This is..."
I don't think it was that. He just knew that it was wrong. He didn't know a storm was coming.
No, but I think he knew with how... Well, I mean, we don't know. I mean, no one will ever really fully know because they both died. But at least in the movie, by that time, it looked like he knew that with his body and everything else, like, I want to... Like, if this is my dying wish, I'm going to get to the top of the mountain whether I die or not.
Yeah.
Which I could see some of those people are just like, leave me up there. So the crazy thing that, like, when you pause the video, one of the first times was... they were marching through or hiking through the mountains, like they were up pretty high, and there was a shot of dead frozen bodies on the trail. And you paused it, and then what did you tell us that was about? Because that's real.
A lot of times if a climber dies on Everest, there's no way, depending on the elevation, there's no way to get the body down. And I read an article that there's one climber in particular who sat down kind of in this little dip, almost like a cave, and died sitting there, and he is used as kind of a navigation point to go up the mountain. And another climber who is not, he's laying down, he's known because he has these neon green boots, and he is used for a navigation point, or at least was at some point. I did read a thing where they've gotten a lot of not just bodies but trash off of the mountain because these commercial expeditions or whatever, they go there to base camp and they leave tons and tons of trash.
Yes, they do.
And so they've been able to clean it up over the years, and they've been able to get some of the bodies down. But, if you're going down, the mountain after you've been to the top and someone is not doing well, you can't really help them because you're exhausted yourself because there's such a lack of oxygen. It's a life risk.
Exactly. I wonder with our technology today if it's a little bit easier.
I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I don't think it doesn't matter how much technology. I mean, that technology is going to freeze. Like, it doesn't matter.
Well,
like, you've got oxygen, and that's really all you
only
need.
have so much oxygen.
Well, our knowledge, there are things you can get for like camping that do simple things like that where I don't know what I'm saying here anymore. Never mind.
I don't think that there would be too much more of a difference.
I think the knowledge and stuff like that and today we might be might be a little bit easier, a little bit. I'm not saying a lot. I'm saying a little bit.
You're climbing freaking Everest. The highest the Everest is the highest point.
Tallest mountain in the world.
That's not true.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say. Above
it's
water.
It's the highest sea level mountain.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
The tallest mountain is I think it's in Hawaii, around Hawaii.
I know it's
You're talking
under the sea.
Part of it's below sea level.
Yeah. So, but the highest point in the world above sea level. I mean, I can't honestly. When you said 65,000, I know that was back then, but I would be curious to see how much it is now to go up there.
I don't know.
I feel like that is. I know that's a small fortune, or not a small fortune, but that's a fortune.
Yeah.
But I was surprised that it was that low.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I don't know if they still take large groups like that. I'm sure you could pay a guide, to take you up, or maybe 2 or 3 people. I don't know if they take, 12 to 15 like a lot of those groups had, because you had that problem at the bottom where only one can go at a time. You got all these companies trying to get their people up the mountain, and the climbing schedule, because of weather and everything, is just too tight.
I just looked it up. If you're going to attempt to climb Mount Everest, you're going to shell out a minimum of $30,000, which is less. The most Western guiding companies charge around $65,000, and if you're going all out on a private expedition with an imported chef and constant access to Instagram, your trip might run as high as $100,000. How do you have constant access to Instagram on Everest? Well, I guess
I know, to document
your take pictures that you were there.
Yeah.
So imagine that being part of Project 365.
It was, it's a heartbreaking movie.
I was gonna point out, when we were talking about the bodies, can you imagine the mental stability you've got to have when you're seeing bodies, like you're passing bodies and you're like, well, at least I've made it this far. Like, and this is kind of like you're starting to see bodies that you're following. You're like, wow, people have not made it this far. I think that you'd have to
have an out of sight,
prepare for
out of sight, out of mind kind of thing.
Didn't
you just don't look at it, don't even think about it.
1 in 4 die.
I think you're right. I think you said 1 in 4.
Whether it be on the mountain or on their way back down, or later on.
1 in 4 that attempt to climb the mountain.
Overall, with this movie, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was super intense, and I mean, to tell you the truth too, usually I thought I was going to fall asleep because it was like 10:30 at night. I'd been up, I'd been working all day.
Yeah.
We had done the pre-cast or the after-cast. I was like, I'm going to fall asleep to this. It kept me awake. Like, it was intense.
Well, the one thing I was it just came back to me. Thermal. Like, there's thermal wear that you can get nowadays.
Okay, that's improved.
Yes.
That's improved, but
you can get lightweight thermal stuff, and you can pile that on even.
At the same time.
But it's the oxygen. I know it's the oxygen. That's the one thing.
The cold, like, there was a couple times they said it was cold. I don't know if the cold...
Oh, it'll bother you.
It will bother you, but I don't think that was a factor until they were up there for days.
Right.
Okay, I guess I have one more question before we finish this up. You know how somebody was supposed to stash
oxygen? What happened to that?
What was that all about? They never really fully explained it.
I'm not really sure, and I read the book.
Because they were all empty.
Because John Krakauer...
They brought up empty O2?
I'm not sure, or I'm not sure on that part, because I did read the book, but I honestly can't remember. Because John Krakauer did end up writing a book about the whole thing.
That was the guy who...
That was the journalist that went up with Rob Hall.
Okay.
Interesting
movie.
Yeah. So I feel like we can move on from Everest. But yeah, so we had a movie night.
do we want to... I don't think we did anything else over the weekend, really.
Father's Day.
I mean, we could talk about Father's Day.
You did something.
You took your father out.
Yeah, so I did something. I took my father out to brunch with my brother, to a restaurant that we all love, which is Sarah's.
Oh, Sarah's is the best.
So took it out to Sarah's, which is kind of like a...
Did you get the JFK breakfast?
No, I got...
Isn't that the one you always get?
No, I get the James Madison.
Is that the pork chop?
I think that's the pork chop one.
I get the James Madison breakfast.
That was the FDR.
I don't know, but they've got breakfast dishes named after presidents. I usually get the James Madison, which is chicken with eggs and hash browns, and then toast. Yep. But it's a what do you want to call it? Like a home style.
It's very home style.
It's a very home style, but you get like
more than what you pay for.
You get a lot more than what you pay
for.
Yeah, it's a diner, and it's really it's just good stuff.
But the menu is not slight.
Cracker Barrel, eat your heart out.
It's like so yeah, we did that. I was out there for probably like an hour and a half or so. We sitting there talking, and I don't know, it was a good time. Got him a gift. It was a t-shirt, said like it was a Father's Day t-shirt. And a card. And
I called my dad. He lives in Missouri, so I said hi.
I called him up. I said hi.
I said bye.
I called my mom because I knew my dad would not answer because...
Does your dad not answer phones?
Well, he doesn't keep a close eye on his cell phone, especially on the weekends.
Okay.
Because I knew he'd either be riding his motorcycle or mowing.
I didn't know your dad biked.
Oh, yeah. And he was mowing, so I just told my mom to tell him Happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
And then They took me out, we went out to dinner, and... it was pretty typical because Leela was a wreck.
Yeah.
She's been kind of feisty lately.
She's at that age though.
She will get in a mood where she just wants to be difficult, and she was difficult.
She's what, 3, 4,
2.5.
2. Oh, okay.
You jumped the gate there a little bit.
Sorry, like it usually so you got what I've seen lately is it's not terrible 3s, it's terrible 4s.
Yeah.
Or is it terrible 2s?
Terrible 2s.
Okay, so it's not terrible 2s, it's terrible 3s is what it's really been actually. So, and she's getting to that point where she's going into 3. Yep. And that's the way it's like for the people that I know that have younger kids right now, they're like, man, 2s was actually fine. 3s is what you really have to look out for. I mean, that's how it was when my nephew, like there was a good 4-month period where I almost like couldn't see him because anytime I would say, don't do this, he would just throw the worst temper tantrum ever. You could not do anything. And he was just, ugh.
I got a question for you guys. When is the cutoff date to where you stop saying they're this many months old? Because it starts getting annoying when people...
Over a year or 2.
Right after 18 months, if you keep going...
Yeah, I think after 18
you need to shut up about it and say the proper age. Because I have seen memes about it online of like, oh, they're 36 months old.
Oh, they're 124 months old.
Yeah, exactly. It's like...
on Grown Ups when Chris Rock asks Kevin James, how old is he? Because he's still breastfeeding. He's like, 48 months. He's like, that's 4. He's like,
Yeah. I think I'm going to guess that monthly thing deals with like doctor visits for the
probably. Yeah. Oh, at this many months, this is what we do.
Yeah.
Probably.
It gets really annoying.
And we don't know yet because we're not at
parents.
that. We're not parents yet.
No, but
so we will get to that point.
I understand. One day.
So you went out to dinner or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Neat.
That was pretty much it.
Yep. Okay.
So
I mean, happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. I know it's a few days late, but there you go.
And then on Monday, Alex and I celebrated 15 years.
Oh yeah.
I want to talk about this.
Okay, so I know you're gonna have a problem with the fact that we celebrate that and our wedding. No. Okay, because I can see people having that.
None of the above.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you have anything to say about your anniversary?
We've been together since I was 14.
So this is your
13. You were 13.
This is not your marriage anniversary. This is your being together anniversary.
Yeah, we've been a couple for 15 years. I think that's a big thing to celebrate.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
We're defending ourselves before it's even...
Well, it's because I have a lot of people that say like, oh, well, isn't your marriage something to celebrate? I'm like, it is, but we have celebrated that day. Most people don't remember the day they started dating is what I've heard.
Sure.
It's significant to us because I've told the story before. The night that he left and moved away to South Dakota was the night I said, yes, we will let's be a couple. And I was, I guess, 13 at the time. That's significant.
Okay, Alex.
So that's why it's a big deal.
Take your age and subtract 15.
I was 13.
Yes.
Still,
what's your?
So you guys posted a photo on Facebook.
Yeah, you said what year was this taken?
What the hell?
What the heck was up with that?
That was your head is misshapen.
Bullshit.
And you look like if you had a cousin and you went out to eat and the waitress or bartender says, "Are you all sisters?" and you go, "No, we're cousins." Because that's happened to me and Andrew a lot.
Like we're cousins?
No, you and the person in this photo.
That was you.
Oh, you mean me?
It's like if that person and you went out to eat and that's what the bartender said.
His head does look a little misshapen. It does. Like your frontal lobe looks a little...
Yeah, what's up with that?
So
I look like an alien.
I like to think that I know you all pretty well, and I see this picture. I'm like, who the hell is that?
I think it looks...
It definitely does not look like
it's you. Lighting. The big thing's lighting.
The lighting and the fact that we're leaning in. It's just a picture of us after we got done eating in the car. It was just, you know what? Hey, it's 15 years. Let's take a picture.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you had so much criticism against our freaking photo.
Well, it's just mainly it that almost didn't look like you.
That's what I said.
I think it looks like me.
Okay.
No, it definitely doesn't.
We'll post it up on our freaking social media.
It'll be on our YouTube
strangers
as well.
Aren't gonna know.
Exactly.
Better than me.
Well, they're gonna see us.
Yeah, but they can't go off of just video and pictures when I go off real life.
Is this real life?
Okay, whatever. We'll still post it, and we'll get our fans' reaction, and we'll see what they say.
No,
yeah.
It's a nice picture.
No.
Thank you for that.
It's not. It doesn't. It's not you. You had doubles. You had doubles take your picture.
Okay.
Anyways,
I can slightly see what you're saying, but yeah.
Alrighty.
We need to
Okay,
move,
so yeah,
we need
so
to move
a
into
happy
segment.
15-year anniversary, honey.
Yeah. Let's move
My
into
playing and watching is real short.
Well, yeah, same here. I mean, we can just kind of.
I was like, we had such a busy
Well,
week.
for watching, I want to do that first because
yeah, you have stuff.
started and finished The Ranch Part 3.
Oh, okay, I have not yet.
I'm tired of the cliffhangers, man.
Yeah.
Like the last episode, it's like they just wanted to glue something in to make you watch the next one.
Well, it's because they probably don't know for sure if they're getting renewed.
I have a hashtag I was saving
What?
for this. Just go and then just let me do it when you're ready.
Okay, so great part. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but towards the end, like the last episode, towards the end of the episode, you kind of get a feeling that something's going to make you want to watch it again.
Like they're going to cut it off?
It feels like a cutoff, like a complete cutoff. Like between 1 and 2 was okay, and then between 2 and 3, that was a good cliffhanger. It was nice. It felt organic. The end of this one did not. It's like, wait, there's no more? What the hell? You can't just do that, and it doesn't feel right. And it felt like it was placed just to be there, just for people to outcry. We want part 4. You know.
I understand that.
So what were you gonna say?
Okay, so I watched the first like maybe 3 or 4 episodes with him. And the way that, all right, so I'm into Orange is the New Black, the way that he's into The Ranch and vice versa. So he knows what's going on with Orange is the New Black up until like this season, because now he's watching it with me. But he knows enough to where he's doing something on his phone or he's cooking dinner and he can hear what's going on. And so he knows baseline. If he can jump right in, he'll just say, oh, hey, can you remind me who's this? Okay, I understand it. That's how I am with The Ranch, where we started watching The Ranch this season and they did a recap and I was like, wow, the recap, I remember every single thing that they recapped.
Yeah.
And I didn't really watch it. Like I watched it but didn't watch it. So I was like, oh, I guess I'm caught up.
You saw the important parts.
I saw the important episodes without meaning to.
Yeah.
So I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes with him and I really don't know if this is a spoiler or not. I don't think it is because I mean if you're gonna watch it, you're
what are you gonna talk about?
The person who the new person that joins in.
Oh.
Is it Topher?
No. So I have
Is it That 70s Show?
It is, and I have an issue.
Tell me it's red.
No.
It's not.
Darn it.
It's Kitty.
It's Kitty.
Okay.
Kitty is
Deborah Jo.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember the names here.
She's somebody.
She's Elijah Cuthbert. She's
Alicia
Cuthbert.
Cuthbert.
Yes, I can't say her name right.
Mom.
It's
Yes.
your mom.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so with this, like, it's supposed to be this big, like, oh my god, another That 70s Show. So you start off with The Ranch with Ashton Kutcher and
Danny Masterson.
Danny Masterson. Okay, and then what? Season 2, you
Wilmer.
get
Wilmer Valderrama.
Yeah, so you get him, and then this season, it's like, oh, we're gonna bring in another one just to like get more people's attention. I'm like,
I don't think that's what they're doing.
That's 4. I think that the fact that they if they would have stopped with Fez,
Yeah.
I think that would have been enough. So I'm like, so now you're turning this into That 70s Show.
Well, hold on.
I like that.
I like it too.
The fact that
it's like a reunion.
It's a reunion, but it's so stupid that I feel like they're trying too hard to get people to watch this show.
I don't think so.
Because I'm like, oh, what are they going to do next? Bring Topher in?
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with it being
I'd
like
be
their
okay.
cousin.
I guess I'd have to watch it
Can
all
you
and like
imagine
wanting it.
that group as adults?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
here's the thing. Kitty's character in this, what's her name? Deborah
Deborah Jo.
Rep. She is a bitch. She's kind of a bitch.
That's 180.
Yeah.
Well,
she's
everybody's
not
character
goofy.
is.
Well, no. Wilmer is the same kind of foreign guy.
I've only seen a couple episodes with him, so I'm not.
And you can see the age.
She's red, basically.
She's not like she has a standard attitude. She's not kind of hitty. She's standard person. She's not airheaded or anything. So
She smokes too, doesn't she?
You know what?
She
I don't
did
think
in
so.
that
Remember, you said something
No.
like she smokes or she drinks or she doesn't.
Elisha Cuthbert smokes. She started smoking in this season.
Oh, okay.
So and that's not really a spoiler. It's
okay, but anyways, that's my thing, my thoughts on it. I'm like, okay, so now I feel like it just made me feel like, oh, like I got the excitement of, oh my gosh, Kitty's in it now, that's so cool. And then I'm like, no, it feels like they're trying.
No,
now.
it's not. It's not. They all have.
This is not supposed to be a reunion
Alex.
show.
I'll have to watch it so that I can be the tiebreaker.
Let me get my part here. They all have a history. They all know how to act with each other. They know. I know, but they've grown up with each other.
I'm not saying that this isn't going to be a good thing.
You are.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to pull out these feelings here and make them make sense to you guys.
I get what you're saying.
They all work great together. They do, but this show it's a completely different story than that 70s show.
Right.
And I feel like if they're going to, three people from the old show, that's cool. Now you're bringing in 4. Are you going to bring in 5, 6, 7, 8? Now you're just going to turn it into that 70s show. Like, that's kind of how I feel. We're just going to expect the next person now.
When part 1 was airing, some of the cast of that 70s show went to go see Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson on set. It was a quick little reunion for themselves.
I don't care if they were do like a side thing, like maybe one episode, not a full like everybody's like their own character. If they did a side episode where like, they're meeting a family full of them.
Holy crap, Alex is in rant mode today.
I'm sorry.
Fired up.
Well, Deborah is not in there that often. She's only in maybe an episode or 2, so you got your wish.
So is Wilmer.
Yes, exactly. Are you okay with that?
I'm surprised that Mila hasn't been in yet.
Me too.
Since they're married.
Me too. Like Mila.
And I think they're both, Ashton and Danny are both producers, I believe.
I think so.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, well, at least I know Ashton is.
Yeah.
Danny might not have as much money.
Well, he can still be a producer.
Right, right.
So, I don't know. I think we can move on from that.
But, yeah,
what else did you watch?
I know. Did we watch any more episodes of Orange is the New Black?
No, we didn't watch anything else on that.
No, I
haven't even watched Seinfeld recently either. Like we've been
busy and then falling asleep.
Yeah, it's been. Well, Alex is overworked.
Yeah,
almost.
That, and I went back to the doctor because I still have a little bit of a cough, and I went back there yesterday after
work.
A little bit. Excuse me, I really do.
Here, drink some water.
Thank you. I went back there yesterday and I was talking to the doctor that I was with last time, and I was like, so I don't have a fever. I'm full of energy, but I still have a cough, and it's to the point where I can't go a day without taking at least 1 dose of ibuprofen before bed because my throat will get so swollen I can't swallow. And I was like, there's something going on. She's like, are you sneezing? I'm like, well, I've been sneezing for the past 3 weeks. Well, I've been sick for 3 weeks. And she's like, well, your throat's a little red, but you have, like, there's no reason for me to swab your throat again. It doesn't look like you finished all your antibiotics. She's like, she gave me a prescription for an additional antibiotic if I needed it, and then gave me a prescription for a prescription cough suppressant with an antihistamine in it. She said, I've been seeing a lot of people come in actually right now for severe allergies, and that could be with, she's like, you may not be blowing your nose a lot, but it will probably be draining in the back of your throat, causing a tickle. I'm like, I guess that's kind of what it is. She's like, causing a cough, which will cause your throat to be swollen and red. Yeah. So she gave me that, and I took 1 dose of it, my first dose last night, and it knocked me out. Like, it's not supposed to. It says may cause drowsiness, but I took that, like, I'm sensitive to that thing. But I had no cough. I had a long sleep last night, and for the last 3 weeks, I have not slept great because of my cough.
Yeah.
So, and so far, knock on wood, I have not had to take ibuprofen all day.
Stop pounding on the damn table.
Sorry, I'm a big believer.
Did you guys just real quick? Did you guys hear about the reverse zombie tick? Mm-mm. It's spreading around America, causing a strange condition that makes you allergic to red meat.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, like I just read it. I read it, and you were talking about illness.
Well,
so
ticks are really bad this year. I've been seeing nothing but kids in the news getting ticks pulled off of them, and so I'm like, make sure you're.
That happened to somebody that I know.
Animals.
I actually had I have somebody from high school that I saw on Facebook that they pulled a tick off of their kid, and their kid ended up in the hospital.
Yeah, they had a fever or whatever.
Yeah, then they couldn't figure it out, and they're like, oh, they found a tick bite on him. I'm like, how do you know you don't have a tick?
Well, I'm going to tell you a little quick story.
Oh, no, do I want to know?
It's pretty funny. This was back when I was like 13 years old. I was visiting my grandparents for like half the summer, and we were working, and I came home and I was taking a shower. It's like, man, my butt itches really bad. I had a tick on my ass. I pulled it right off, and I was like,
was it engorged, like all blown up?
I don't want to talk about it. It's giving me chills just thinking about it. But it was a pain in the ass.
Have you ever had a tick on you?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Really? Yeah. I've never had a tick on me.
I remember I had it. It was in my hair.
Ooh.
Because I was out. And
that's usually what happens is right on top.
My haircut, and the barber found it.
Oh my God. So it could have been on you for a while.
Did you guys ever have lice when you were little?
Playing with the dog that day.
Okay.
Did you guys ever have lice?
Dog.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You never had lice?
No.
Oh, dang, I had lice.
I'm gonna say I had lice. Like that was like the thing. Like it just.
That's the thing that just went around.
Like in elementary school, they had lice checks like every couple months or something. And I was always in outdoorsy, like in the woods, and like me and my friends, we had it, and we missed like, I mean, it felt like a month of school, and we had to do the shampoo. And my sister and I had hair down to our butts, so it was difficult for my mom to get like she'd have to tie her hair in like little almost like little Princess Leia buns all over our head, and put this stuff that burned on our scalp, and we had to burn all of our stuffed animals. And like,
oh no, you don't have to burn them. You can fog them.
My mom wasn't. She was not going to put up with any of that. I think I kept my bear, and that was it.
Oh, that one bear that you still have today.
Still have,
that was given to you by your grandfather, right?
You know what? I'm not really sure. I think it was actually given to me by my aunt. But I still have it.
I'd like
it doesn't
to
have
talk
lice
about
anymore.
what I've been watching.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We got off the subject here. I wanted to talk about one more thing, though.
She never plays Raise Up.
Shut up. You got me all like raised up.
Fired.
I know.
Have you guys ever had a leech on you?
No.
No? My interesting story, just real quick. My sister
How far in are we, Brett?
30 minutes.
Oh my God.
My sister had we went to a some kind of thing when we were younger, and we were playing playing in the lake. And I never had a leech on me, but my sister came out of the lake and she was wearing shorts, and she had a lot of leeches all over her leg. And I just remember her coming out of the lake, and my dad freaking out, and we were trying to pull them off, and she was screaming, and it was really bloody. And
did you ever see Stand By Me?
Yes.
No.
Yes, because we had to watch it for your
class
in school.
I was thinking of the one with Macaulay Culkin. What's that movie?
The Good Son?
No.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know he dies in it. He has cancer or something. No, I don't remember what it's called.
I know.
Anyways.
But yes,
you were talking about My Girl?
Yes.
Oh,
that's what I was thinking of. But yes, I have seen Stand By Me. I had to watch it for college.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Me too.
Okay, watching. What are you watching? I kind of want to know this now.
After last week, I started watching Batman Forever.
Oh, really?
You did? I got some heat on that.
3/4 of the way through. I'm like, that's enough.
Really?
Are you serious?
Wow. You know, I think I could stand the entire movie. I can't stand Batman and
I'm
Robin.
just like, this is so bad. It's so bad.
No,
it's Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is the one that saves it for me, because I did watch that clip you shared. Yeah, with the Jim Carrey reunion.
Yeah.
Apparently that wasn't recent. That was actually like a year ago.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
But yeah.
So I got some heat.
I read
from
what?
I got.
I don't know about this.
We actually we shouted them out last podcast, but the Horribly Awkward podcast.
Okay.
They listened to that episode apparently, and he had tagged us in it and said like at PTOUnlimited. I don't remember what the exact tweet was, but it said something like, "What are you guys talking about over here? At Cute Kitty, Batman Forever. Are you serious or really?"
Like that? You like it?
Yeah, like it was like
Val Kilmer that gets you, right?
That it's your
Chris
favorite
O'Donnell.
is the thing.
It was Chris O'Donnell. It was Jim Carrey.
Tommy Lee Jones
and it was my
fine.
age. I explained it very well. It was just like that was my Batman.
Yeah.
So I was like, I knew it though. I knew I was gonna get heat for saying it because so many people don't like it. But I'm like, you have to understand where I'm coming from here. But he said, yeah, no heat or anything like that. He's just, But it was
Oh, come on! I wanted to see a debate or whatever. Just like
no. We've been communicating, so shout out to him. I mean, he listens to our stuff, so thank you.
The other thing I watched was Horrible Bosses.
Oh, that's so
I
great.
love that movie.
I love that movie.
So funny.
I have to like.
I love it when they get the tank.
The helium tank.
The nitrous.
Oh, that's what it is. Nitrous
whatever,
tank.
right?
Not in the first one.
Yeah, they're in the closet.
Was that the second one?
Was that the second one?
That's the second
Where they're
one.
in someone's closet and they're gonna like.
In the tank.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that is the second one because that's Chris Pine that they're trying to capture.
Yeah.
Was it the second one?
And he allows them to because he's like, yeah, I want to show my dad up or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it was the second one.
Yeah.
What was the first one?
The first one was Kevin
Caw-caw.
Spacey, Jamie Foxx, Motherfucker Jones.
Motherfucker Jones.
Oh my gosh, those movies are hilarious. I love
really
them.
Funny.
I love Charlie Day. Charlie Day.
I think Jason Sudeikis is hilarious.
Yeah.
If they can make a trilogy, like they could do a third one and do it right.
Well, I have to watch the second one again because I don't remember much of it.
Did we buy the second one? I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. Did you watch the second one?
Yeah, I'll share with you guys.
Okay. All right.
That's it for my watching.
Playing anything? Playing some Super Paper Mario. Super Paper Mario.
Just Ghost Recon for me.
Just Ghost Recon. I mean, yeah, there's not a whole lot of... We've had a busy weekend and had a lot going on. What? Were you really surprised?
I'm ready.
For what?
What I'm playing.
Oh, Pokemon Go?
Yep.
Okay, so...
Go ahead.
All right, Alex has the floor.
I've got the floor. So...
it's not as if she didn't have the floor beforehand.
So...
That was on video.
And... anyways, so we've got some Pokemon Go news. For any of you that are still playing Pokemon Go, which I get the question all the time. You're still playing? Yes, I'm still playing. I like Pokemon.
I got that question today too. We were talking about Pokemon Go.
I got it from our friends. They're like, "Are you still playing?" I'm like, yeah. I slowed down over the winter because you can't really go outside and walk.
Oh, you can.
You can, but I hate the cold. So I'm not as leveled up as I should be for playing for almost a year now. But anyway, so they announced that they are doing their first live I guess real life event is what they're calling it. They're doing a bunch around the world, and their very first one they announced is going to be in Chicago in July at Grant Park, and you're supposed to be able to buy tickets, and I believe the tickets went on sale, I think it was Monday, and you could sign up, get in.
I thought it was last night. 2 nights ago?
I think I'd have to double check, but
it was 2 nights. It was Monday night.
I got an email. You could sign up when they announced that it was going to happen. They didn't put tickets on sale right away. You had to. You could get notified the moment they went on sale by email. So I signed up for that because I was like, oh my god, that would be amazing. I can only guess what they're going to be doing. They're probably going to be having like. Since it's a year anniversary and they haven't released Mew or Mewtwo, they're going to be battling. Like, we could all battle and win Mewtwo. I'm like, that would be so awesome. And, because I'm a nerd, I was like, that would be, like, the most amazing thing to do. I know it's, like, you're just on your phone going click, click,
so
click.
So how long is this event?
It's just a day. Like, I think it's from 10 a.m. to 7.
Oh, that's a long day.
At Grant Park. Wow. So, and they were even doing special hotel pricing, things like that. They announced what all was going to be there afterwards. So I was like, Josh, you and I are going to go. Yeah. I think I'm like, it's solid. We're going to go. However, I went on when the tickets went on sale, and I went to click it, and it said sold out. Like, the moment they went on sale. So
someone's still playing this.
Okay. So... I looked last night because I was like, oh my god, is this what I mean? I thought this was going to be a big event, but damn, Grant Park is huge. Like, that's where they do Lollapalooza.
I know.
So I was like, okay, I know this is the very first Pokemon real life event. I didn't think it would sell out in minutes. I'm a part of a couple groups on Facebook for Pokemon Go, and people were commenting saying the tickets were on sale and they were $20 a piece. Scalpers went on there, bought a shit ton of tickets, sold it out, and now the only way to get these is on eBay for anywhere between $200 to $600 a ticket.
Wow.
That is absolutely fucking bullshit, and it pisses me off because people like us really want to go to this kind of thing, but I'm not going to spend that kind of money to give it to some fucker that did that. Like,
capitalism.
It is.
It's fucking ridiculous.
First come, first serve kind of thing.
You think that they would have some kind of, like, for instance, Linkin Park did this with their new album, with their new tour. They made it so that way, if you're a true fan, they would give you a code for when their tickets went on sale, and you can use that code one time per person, so that way scalpers couldn't buy those tickets and sell them for a bigger price, which I feel like everybody should start doing.
Yes.
You think that this kind of a big-ass game would have done that? And prepared for that.
Nintendo was not prepared.
They're not making that extra money.
Niantic,
only the scalpers are.
Niantic was not prepared for that.
So, and this really pisses me off because afterwards they're coming out with this new big update, which you're going to be able to do what's called a raid boss at these gyms, and it's going to have a timer, like a big egg above the gyms, where it's going to count down, and you're not going to know what Pokemon you're going to face, but it's going to, if you're into the game, this is what it's going to be. A CP level of like 30,000, and you can have up to 20 players at a time trying to defeat this Pokemon, and you get prizes and badges, and like it's a really like...
And the chance to catch that Pokemon.
And I believe it's the chance to catch that Pokemon as well. So legendaries, I believe they're going to be bringing out... They haven't announced it, but I'm pretty damn sure they've waited until now, and they're probably going to bring out Mew, Mewtwo. They said rare Pokemon.
Well, here's the thing.
And I'm not going to be fucking a part of it.
I wonder if they're even going to be bringing... Like, what's going to be their next big thing then? Because they have to do this...
They're going to do one in the U.S., and then they're going to go overseas and do theirs. Like,
aren't they just doing one in Chicago? Is that all that's in the U.S.?
The only thing that they have announced is Chicago.
Dang. That's crazy.
And it pisses me off because it's 3 hours away. Josh and I would have jumped on that right away. Like, I tried to. People were saying on Facebook that they went on there and tried to buy tickets the moment they went on sale, and they would freeze up, and then it would say sold out.
Yep.
Like, people went on there, bought all the tickets, and now they're selling them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm so upset.
We understand your frustration. Trust me, because it's happened to us plenty of times. It happened to you at the Aaron Carter concert. With the meet and greet.
Oh, it might have been. I don't know if that's
similar.
What happened.
No, not like in that same sense, but you didn't get that opportunity.
Yeah.
To know.
So that's 2 disappointments this year already.
Ouch.
So I mean that's really it. They're also working on a tonight was the last night of their Fire and Ice event.
It was supposed to be last night.
Supposed to be last night, but they extended it one more night. And then they're working on gyms. Gyms are temporary shut down right now.
Yeah,
but
that's weird.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm still playing. I'm really excited about the update, but I'm just super disappointed about this event that I really wanted to be a part of and I can't.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we can move on now. That was my rant.
Yeah, we've been playing that Pokemon Go over the week, so that's pretty much our playing and watching.
Do you want to talk about Money in the Bank?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, let's just talk about that real quick.
Come on.
You could probably have some. You didn't watch it, but I'm sure that you'll have some thoughts on what happened.
So some of the matches were fine. They were fine. Okay. They were okay. But
what big thing did they advertise?
The first ever women's Money in the Bank.
Do you know what happened?
First ever. Hold on. First ever. There were 5 women. There was supposed to be a 6th one, but I think it was Nikki Bella. I think she was out on injury or something.
I don't know.
Unless she's on Raw. Whoa, jeez. Hit my mic. But yeah, it was bullshit.
It was complete bullshit. Like, I yelled.
It was a pretty lame match. I want to say that, first of all. Like, some people were saying holy shit to some of these moments.
Which were not holy shit moments.
They were not, to be honest. And a guy won it.
So you might not know who this is, but do you know who Carmella is?
No.
Okay, so she's one of the women wrestlers, and she has a sidekick, which is James Ellsworth. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I remember the story you told him.
Okay.
I told a while ago.
So he's like the sidekick for her, and during this match, they advertised the crap out of this being the very first women's Money in the Bank. Mm-hmm. Okay, and in the middle of this match, or at the end, I guess, of this match. Everybody's down on the floor. Carmella is like out, like laying down by the ladder. She's hurt. She's incapable of going up. James Ellsworth jumps in the ring and is like, Carmella, come on, it's your chance. Let's do it. And then he's like, and he looks up at the ladder and he looks down at her because he's with her.
Yep.
And he climbs up the ladder, grabs the briefcase and drops it down to her, and she catches it and technically wins Money in the Bank.
Yes. So how much bullshit?
The first women's Money in the Bank, and a guy grabs it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the woman is incapable of going up the ladder and getting it down.
Maybe she was hurt.
No.
She was not hurt.
No. There was no...
Then it was bad booking. I don't know.
Very bad.
It was horrible. It was bullshit. Because I was like, they're not going to let him do it. Someone's going to come up and knock the ladder down. And he grabbed it, pulled it off, and I almost jumped out of my seat going, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. How much bullshit is that?
Are you serious? This is the very first
It's going to be in
history.
the history books of
better
that.
Question, or different question.
I mean, are
Why
you
do
surprised?
keep
Is what
watching
you're
the bullshit?
No. It's not just that.
I don't know.
That was just one match.
It's getting
the rest of them were
everybody
good.
together, too.
The rest of them were good.
The rest of them were fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The actual Money in the Bank match was awesome. I mean, look, I got a little upset right at the beginning because one of my favorite wrestlers, Shinsuke Nakamura, was coming out, and Baron Corbin attacked him and whatever.
And he got hurt.
And he got hurt, but he came back out. And
we all knew that was going to happen.
But still, it was the result wasn't disappointing.
It wasn't. We kind of predicted it.
It was okay. We didn't. Shane did.
Well, Shane did. Yes. Yes. Shout out to Shane. Yes. You guessed it right.
Yeah. So it was good event. It was fine, fun. All that kind of good stuff. So
now we got Great Balls of Fire to look forward to.
That's literally the next pay-per-view.
That's stupid.
Great Balls of Fire.
But it does have a really big selling match.
It does. I can't wait to see it.
Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe.
Yep, can't wait to see it.
That's going to be good. I hope it's good. Let's hope it's good.
All right, so that's it. We cashed in for Money in the Bank.
Can we talk about Taco Bell?
I was actually going to say I have a story about a taco.
Yeah, so you tell your story and I'm going to tell mine.
So I was actually making some taco meat the other day, and we got one of those kits that has the hard shells and the soft shells.
You were talking to me about this on Saturday.
Yes. And I was building a taco, and extremely picky, so I only put meat and cheese. That's all I eat on my tacos.
So no lettuce.
No lettuce.
Really?
So
I thought you could stand lettuce.
if I had to, but if I'm building it, I'm not going to put it on.
Lettuce has a flavor.
I don't think it does. I think it tastes
then
like water.
if it doesn't have a flavor, why put it on there?
Exactly.
The consistency goes with the taco.
I don't like it. But anyway,
Fine.
So I'm building it, and I'm thinking, I've never seen a really big, hard taco shell.
Show you something big and
Why
hard.
don't they make
What?
a really, like, twice as big as like, most taco shells are like, I don't know, 4 to 5 inches long.
The one that we get are like...
That's the standing
Those are
stuff.
standing stuff, so that's not the same.
Okay. You're talking about the thin ones.
I'm talking about, sure, but why aren't they longer and taller so you can really, like, instead of eating 6, you eat 2?
You know what you could do?
What?
You can put one inside the other and make it longer.
Oh.
No, you can, because you couldn't. You'd have to still pick them both up. They wouldn't be able to.
Just use some glue.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I'll try to make it work for you.
You know, I looked up XL taco shells. That does not exist. It does not exist.
So I just wonder why. You know?
Do you like?
You can get flour tortillas.
Do you like soft tacos? That's what I'm saying. Like flour tortillas.
I like them, but I prefer.
Because I can just make a burrito.
There's your title, Alex.
I prefer it hard. It's not Alex. What was our last one?
Alex likes it hard.
Alex prefers it hard.
No. But seriously, like,
really.
there's less mess. You make it into a burrito. That's my thing.
Well, my problem is, I guess they can fall out the back on either one. But I just remember back in like 2000 when Taco Bell had their ad campaign with Shaq, and his head was turned sideways.
Oh yeah.
So that's just, it just turned my head sideways. But I remember because they had a life-size like wall sticker on the door, and he was standing there in his Lakers uniform and his head over to the side, and they just did this whole thing about how when you eat the taco you turn your head to the side, and so everybody's walking around with their head to the side because they ate so many Taco Bell tacos.
I remember that. It's like a neck kink.
Yes.
I slightly remember that.
So here's my deal with any tacos in general. Just to be honest, from now on, Alex and I only make taco salads because I make the worst mess with hard shell tacos.
Yeah.
With soft shell, it's fine because I turn it into a burrito and I can grill the bottom so it's sealed shut.
Sure.
But with hard shell tacos, I can't do it. I make too much of a mess.
I like eating my tacos with a spoon.
I used to do a salad with crunched up chips.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Taco salad.
I do a taco salad. Like I crunch up a bunch of Doritos. Most of the time, it's like some I prefer to do it actually like the spicy nacho.
Yeah.
And I'll crunch those all up, put the meat in, put the cheese in, put the lettuce in, everything else, and scramble it all up and eat it with a spoon.
So you guys are missing some key ingredients. You know, you got black olives and sour cream and tacos.
I always thought when making it, I never got the chips to meat.
Ratio proper.
I still don't have it down. I
do.
really don't.
I always have it down.
And you have to put the chips on the plate first and then put the meat.
Yes.
Otherwise,
No.
when you're crunching the chips, they fly everywhere. And
Our friend Katie taught me this. You put the cheese in after the meat, and then you put. Well, if you're gonna do a hard shell taco, you put the cheese on, and then the meat, and then the lettuce, because the meat will melt the cheese.
I was talking about a salad.
Yeah.
But on that same sense,
you put the same thing.
You put the chips in, the cheese, and then the meat, so it melts the cheese.
Well,
I know. I put
that,
the cheese on top of the meat.
I always do too because I kind of like the
consistency of
the kind of the coldness to the hot.
I get what you're
Does that make
saying.
sense?
Alex is like.
I never really. I honestly, because there's enough cheese with the spicy nacho chips.
Yeah.
I don't sprinkle a lot of cheese on there.
I just use regular tortilla chips.
I have been adding more and more lettuce to it though, because I don't know. I don't know what it is about lettuce, but I feel like it gives it more. It boosts the flavor. I don't know how,
maybe,
but it does.
It's just an additive. So Can I talk about Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
for like the third podcast in a row.
A Saturday night we went over to Taco Bell and we went to the drive-thru, and the guy was awesome. He was a fun guy.
Probably drunk.
What did he say?
I don't know.
There was
He's like, whoops, I accidentally pressed that twice. Let me go back here. And
he sounded like he was on something.
What kind of sauce do you want? And you're like, hot. He's like, oh, I hit fire. You don't want that.
He was having a good time.
He was a fun guy.
But it was like 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
So.
However, I tweeted this out at Taco Bell, and I said, well, looks like I'm having nacho soup, because We got the fucked up crushed chips.
The bottom of the
It
barrel.
was
Yes.
the bottom, like you couldn't, like it was crumbs of.
I'm sure
Do
they
you still
just
have the photo?
Scooped it up.
I do.
They just
Yeah.
scooped it up.
It looked
and
like yeah.
It's on my it's
There
on my
was not
Twitter feed.
fresh chips. It was crunched up chips. So I was taking like tiny little chips and dipping it
in the nacho
cheese and pretty much just getting cheese all over my fingers and
Did
dropping it in my
they
mouth.
tweet back?
They did.
What'd
Yeah,
say?
they did.
And they said, "Oh no, which location was this?" And so I gave them the location, took a screenshot of it on Google Maps, and with the address and everything.
They
And
give you a coupon?
they said we're gonna look into it.
Oh, they're not doing anything.
Whatever.
Well, maybe not. I mean, but I'm just saying, like,
Well, it's not like you got a rat in your chips.
no, I'm not upset at all. I mean, I'm a little upset because I'm fucking
We got it.
nachos.
Yeah.
We bought it.
Bought
Coupon
it.
would be nice. You
Well,
know?
the one time this happened, we took a photo of it, sent it. We emailed Taco Bell, and they sent you a free meal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what happened though. I don't remember.
I
what
also
it was.
got that with Steak and Shake.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I remember that story.
I don't want to
Steak
go
and
into
Shake.
it.
You were real mad.
I was real mad.
Oh, with the no receipts. No, and you were sitting there for hours. Almost an
Hours?
hour.
I was sitting there for like 45 minutes.
It was almost an hour.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, let's move on.
So that's our Taco Bell story.
I got a quick story about something that happened to me. I in the precast, I called it a generational divide.
That's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be good because then we can go into words right after.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to take my car to the dealership where my dad works to have them look at something while I went to an appointment.
Mm.
And I know everybody there because my dad's been working there for years. Whenever my car needs something significant, I take it there because I trust them and they know me and they're not going to screw me. So I walk into the service department and I'm like, hey, here it is. This is what it's doing. Can I have a car to go to my appointment? He's like, yeah, sure. I'm like, do you need my insurance or my ID or anything? I've wasn't too long ago where I did borrow a car. I was like, well, let me just take it just in case. So he takes my ID and he's like, do you have your insurance card? I'm like, ooh. I'm like, no, I don't have the physical card. I have one on my phone, like the app.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked confused, like he didn't understand. This was an older guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I pulled it up because I thought he was going to need to take a copy of it.
Yep.
So I pulled it up and I showed him, and he writes down the policy number and everything. And he's just like, wow, it's best. He's like, well, what happens if you leave without your phone? Or like, what if you don't have your phone on you? And I'm like,
Who does not have
I
their
always
phone?
have my phone
Yes.
on me.
Alex
Are
is the
you
only one
kidding?
I know that doesn't have her
Yeah,
phone on her
I
at all
just- I
times.
don't care.
Well, nowadays you've been kind of keeping it on you.
But
Yeah, but I'm
that
still
is
one.
one reason why I do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do not keep the physical insurance cards like in my glove box.
I didn't know
should,
that. I do.
You should.
but I just don't.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, I didn't know that you could pull it up on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on
That's
your,
nice to
well,
have.
I think if your insurance company has an app, which mine does, and a lot of the
Can I ask?
national ones do. I have Progressive, and yes, they do
Okay.
have that.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure Geico does it too.
Oh, we're through State
We're
Farm.
State Farm.
Well, I'm sure.
I'm sure that they do.
Oh,
We should
But,
probably
uh,
look that up.
Yeah.
That'd be nice to have.
Whatever.
But
License and registration. Here you go,
I,
officer.
That's how it's going to be these
It
days.
is.
the insurance card wasn't what got me. It was the question of what happens if you don't have your phone on you. Like, I'm not going
Yeah.
anywhere in my car without my phone.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, and I think about this like that, like the fact that we don't have phones. I try to think about it like back in the day when we didn't have cell phones on us all the time. Like one big thing was after track practice, I would have to have saved quarters for the payphone to call my parents and say
Yeah.
I'm ready to be picked up.
Yeah.
That was one thing. And if they didn't pick up with that one call or I got a voicemail, it automatically took my money. And if they didn't come within half hour, 45 minutes, I walked my ass home.
So I have a
Like-
question for you, Alex.
What?
When was it when, I think it was last year when we were going to the cabin in Minnesota that we stopped at this gas station and there was a payphone there? Do you remember me taking that photo and
Yeah, it
saying,
was on the
what
highway.
year is it?
Yeah, it was on the highway.
Like,
we
how-
stopped at like one of those restroom places, like rest stops.
Oh, no, it wasn't a rest stop. It was a gas station.
Was it a gas station?
Yeah. I think it was in Wisconsin.
I could have sworn it was a rest stop.
Either way, it's a place you can stop.
Yeah, either way, it was real. It was late at night, and we were walking in, and we saw this just random payphone. It looks like it hadn't been touched in, like probably had dust on it. And I was like, we have to take a selfie with it. Like it was like the newer millennial
I
people. in
don't
us.
think we have that photo anymore.
It's probably done and gone somewhere.
I called this I referenced it as a generational divide because this guy was older and he was from like my dad's generation where their phone is used for calling when they need to. It's
Mhm.
not a quote unquote life or not cycle, but
it's a connection.
Lifeline.
Yeah, it's a connection.
So that it really made me think when he said, "Well, what if you don't have it on you?"
I'm really scared.
Crazy?
Oh, no, actually.
I'm really scared for when we get that old and we're like,
we're out of the loop.
And we're out of the loop. We're almost out of the loop these days. I mean, I
think we're getting back in the loop.
We're trying to.
We're trying.
But the thing is, like, I'm really scared for when that's going to happen.
Like when we have children and they're teenagers?
Yeah, and they're going to know how to run a computer or something better. Well, that's not going to happen, but they're going to know how to run something better than me. Fuck you.
It is going to happen.
But what are you going to say?
There will be, comparable things.
Yeah, I mean, for the fact that we're going to be talking about millennial slang here in a second, but that's one thing that gets me. It's like, how do we not know what the trend is these days anymore?
Well, and I said this on the precast. I think it happens probably more than we think.
Yeah.
It just usually now at our age, we don't know what the young, like the 20-year-olds are in the position that I was in.
They're doing a lot of stuff.
We're the old people who doesn't know what the younger kids are doing or isn't doing the same things as the younger
kids.
Damn
kids and those drugs.
Those, I think, are what, we recognize. It doesn't happen so much in my type of situation.
What I'm actually seeing, too, is our generation now, meaning the late 20s into their early 30s, some of these people are having children now, and they're teaching them, we're giving them the 64, or we're giving them, we're bringing them up with what we were brought up with. And I think that new generation, these youngins right now, I think they're going to be the saviors, actually. I think
is that what we're going to nickname them? The saviors?
The saviors. Yes, that's what we're going to call them, as the saviors.
Is your rump hurting you?
Yes. I'm taking, when Josh and I discuss all the time when we see these kids on their cell phone constantly, and they're they're not outside playing and getting hurt, and that's what being a kid is all about.
Right.
By the time you get to be an adult, you cut your finger, you're going to be like, oh my God, what do I do?
Well, I was talking to my dad about this on Sunday. We were talking about peanut allergies. And he said that now they've done research to where they're giving it on WIC as early as 6 months old. That's what you get with your WIC coupons and all that stuff. And he's saying that he was telling me that with this research, saying that if you don't give it to them before the first couple of years, that's when they develop that allergy. So it's like
our kids are going to get peanut butter.
Exactly. So you're talking about that cut. It's talking about the research that we give nowadays with all the timeouts and the no spankings, and that's a whole other thing, a whole other topic. But it's all about how they're raised and what they're brought up with.
I just think that there was a good 10-year gap of youngins or younger people than us that were raised in the generation of cameras are always around and people are scared of they're going to get caught on film doing something that's considered socially not right, but that was done to us when we were younger and we turned out just fine.
Well, we hope we turned out just fine.
But I feel like we did.
Well, times are always changing.
Yeah.
They are. Let's move on.
Millennial slang.
Let's do some millennial slang.
I mean, we are millennials, but we're not part of the younger.
We're talking about young.
Wow, your notebook is all sorts of fucker-pated.
Is that a millennial slang?
No, that's something I use at work.
Oh, okay. No,
it's a technical term.
We haven't done.
Well, we don't want to.
You can't read this shit.
We can.
We haven't done millennial slang since episode, I believe it was 52.
52 or 51.
One of those two. So
Dipset was the last one. So you got to get closer to your mic.
I got it. Leave me alone. Okay, so with millennial slang, if you've never heard us do this before, this is a segment that we came up with really towards the beginning of our podcast.
Yeah,
really.
This is one of our oldest segments.
So this is something I came up with where I look up current slang that the boys here and me should not.
Are you looking away on purpose? Okay, I'll do that too.
Should not be able to know what these mean, and they're used by the younger-ish generation.
This is weird.
So that's good for our audience.
It is.
And then I quiz them. I look up what it means, and I quiz them on the words, and we have a lot of fun.
Okay.
So I've got quite a few here, actually.
How many do you have?
I'm not going to put a number on it. Let's see here. We're going to start off with a word or a saying or something. I'm not even sure what to describe it as. But it is a clap back. CLAPBACK. Clap back.
Oh, I know. Maybe.
I don't.
I need your best guess.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Me?
No, I go first.
You go ahead.
A clap back is when someone says something stupid and you clap back like, oh, you're
You're an
Genius. A sarcastic
Genius.
A sarcastic response to something stupid.
Okay.
For me, I'm gonna say clap back. Dang. Clapping for the underdog.
Brett is the closest. Like, I think I would actually give it to Brett. So
Really?
it's a snappy comeback, like not expected comeback. Like,
Oh, I do that a lot at work.
so it's a snappy, real quick. Like, it's a comeback, is what it is.
Yeah.
So Brett. I mean, we're not keeping track here of points, but Brett, you kind of got that.
Well, Brett's been hanging around young kids or something. I don't know. This has happened before where he gets real
work
close.
with two, a 22 and a 21-year-old.
The youngest person I work with, I think, is Alex's brother.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
And he just turned 25.
So.
So anyways, we got another one here. This one I've actually heard a lot lately. Triggered.
Oh, come on, really?
I'm serious.
Triggered.
Like if you know what it is, let Brett guess first.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's like set them off.
It's a set off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'd give it to you. So you see something or hear something that you hate and you're set off or filled with rage.
We've been hearing that.
Like, I hear that a lot.
constantly.
That's a very popular like slang word. Is like, oh,
It is.
man, I'm triggered.
You know what I hear a lot now too?
What?
Throwing some shade.
You hear that now? I never
We've
hear it.
already done that
We
one,
did.
which I don't even remember
I
what it
remember
is.
when
Like
we were doing
you're
it.
bashing somebody or
Yeah.
something.
Mine is savage. I hear that all the time. And Alex, when she came into my work today, she was wearing her Savage shirt, and all of my work employees were like,
"Oh,
that's a nice shirt." She's like, "Oh, thanks, I got it," even though I didn't know what it meant. Now I do.
And I'm like, and actually, you're like, oh, and I've even got that. It means badass. Okay, so next thing we've got peacocking.
Oh my!
Mooning. You know how they spread their feathers?
I know what a peacock does. I'm gonna say spreading your cheeks.
That's like the same thing.
No, spreading your cheeks
And mooning.
and mooning.
So you can see the asshole.
Yeah, the chocolate starfish.
Can I give you a hint here that will maybe give you guys a better guess?
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, what does a male peacock do to a female?
attracts it
He
with its
spreads
tail.
his tail so he can.
Yeah.
So it's like showing off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's when it's usually a male, like considered a male phrase is so it's like it's the beginning stages of courting to find your mate. It can be considered taking your date out for dinner and paying for it, buying candy, buying flowers, going on dates, things like that, showing off.
That's chivalry.
The other thing is like dressing nicely to get the opposite sex attention or same sex
They're
or
not
whatever.
Call
But
it that though. They're
But-
kids.
well,
right.
like in a sentence, like Brett was dressed up really nice. He seemed like he was peacocking somebody last night. Like I don't know, I can't really put it in a sentence.
Wow,
but
you did awesome with that.
I messed that up.
Webster's Dictionary. Watch out.
Yeah, so peacocking. So that's one that I found. I was like, oh, well, I get it. I get it. It's a thing. I can understand that. I really don't think that we've used this one. I have it written.
We'll let you know.
Ghosting.
Nope, we haven't done that one yet. Ghosting.
This isn't another one that I got somebody from work tell me.
That yeah. I want to say voyeuring, like kind of spying on somebody without them knowing.
Yep.
You're both wrong.
Fuck.
So it's disconnecting with someone intentionally, hoping that they get the point or they stop texting all of a sudden.
Oh, I've done that
So-
before.
Me too.
Yeah, so
I've done that to
ghosting.
a couple
Like,
people.
Yeah.
I'm texting, well, not necessarily Josh, but, you know, listen, for instance, I'm texting Josh.
Yeah, she hates me.
And I really don't want to talk to him anymore. And I just suddenly stop texting him so that way he kind of gets the point that I don't want to talk to him anymore.
Wow.
So I've
So that's
done
called
that
ghosting.
on purpose, and I've done that inadvertently.
I've
'cause
done it.
A lot of times you just, you grow apart from people,
right.
and you don't mean to stop, but you
okay,
just
so
do.
but this is intentionally.
Right.
This
And
is
I've-
intentionally
and that-
disconnecting with
I've
someone.
done that.
Right.
I've done that.
Oh yeah.
So ghosting, it's a thing.
Last one.
Let's see. We got a couple more here.
Well, what were we sitting at, Brett?
103.
Oh, okay. We got some time.
Let me see. I got a couple here. I don't know if we've done this one either. I want to say, but I've seen this so many times. This is another one that I've seen quite a bit. Zero chill.
That means you're not calm.
Not calm at all.
You can't sit still. You can't. Yeah. You're not calm.
No.
No? What? No. Seriously, that is right.
Well, I don't know if I'd give it to you or not. It says you've done something very uncool. You're not very popular. You're not invited to the party because you have zero chill.
Damn.
I don't see the connection there, but whatever.
Zero chill.
That's what you're.
Are you marking down what you're using?
I know what I circled them.
Okay.
So you're considered you're a zero chill person. You have zero chill. Let's not invite Josh because he's zero chill.
Yeah, I'm a real prick.
I think I hate that one the most.
Yeah, me too. Like, no. I think Mupload.ai should steal my.
Oh, I just meant up tonight.
Oh, tonight.
Okay, I got a couple more.
Okay.
This is a hashtag.
Okay.
Hashtag blessed. That's a very popular one that I'm seeing on Instagram and Twitter.
Hashtag blessed.
Well, I would take it literally. Like someone feels they are blessed. They're lucky.
You're going to be mad at how this is being used.
Where's my guess?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I thought you were ready to say it. Okay. So hashtag blessed. I'm going to say that you are grateful.
Okay.
Which
you
is
guys
practically taking it literally.
Right.
You guys are you're right, but I'll let you know why you're going to be mad here. So it's an expression of gratitude for a fortunate circumstance, which is, it's literal.
Yeah.
It's literal.
Okay.
But how people are using it, I'm going to give you a really bad example or a good example of how it's been used, but you're going to hate it.
Okay.
Strawberries went on sale today. Hashtag blessed.
So, trivial things.
Oh my God! Like you're really happy about
that's how it's being used.
Wow. Okay. Whatever.
Not had a baby.
Hey,
something
I found
like
a
that.
Nickel. I'm blessed.
Yeah, that's how it's being used.
I found $10 the other day.
He really did find
blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
But that's how it's being used. So I feel like that's not apparently it started being used literally, and then it just kind of went down the drain.
Yeah.
And then let's see if I do one more here. Let's do drag.
Well, I would take it to mean literal in the sense
of our slang.
So like they're a drag. They're
This
not
is such
fun
a drag.
To be around.
Not fun to be around. That's basically using
you keep
the same.
agreeing with Brett.
No.
Because I'm smart.
Alex, drag. Okay, hold on. I'm going to say taking a large toke on it.
I'll take a different one.
Okay.
A drag would be dress, like a drag queen, like dressing the opposite sex.
I was saying you taking like a drag off a cigarette, taking a long hit.
That's all like part of our lingo.
I know. But there's been words that have been part of ours.
Not what it means.
Okay.
So drag is to metaphorically rake someone through coals, burn them to the ground.
Literally hurt them?
Metaphorically.
Oh, metaphorically. Sorry.
So I'm gonna drag her to the ground, like you're really pissed off. Sure. That's pretty much what you mean.
It's basically like ousting them on their bullshit.
It's kind of like throwing shade or something, I guess. They're gonna tell me, "Oh, that's completely different," because that's what it is. Wow. But yeah, so I think that's gonna wrap it up. I've still got
that was Millennial Slang, guys.
But yeah, so great talk, guys.
Great chat. Good time.
So those were some good ones.
Let's hit McGregor and Mayweather.
Yeah, that's happening.
I don't think that there's like a lot to talk about.
Oh no, there is.
Okay, go ahead.
Well,
you guys
I want to look it up. I want to look it up and see the date.
I've heard some talk about this from one of the podcasts I listen to.
So how about we announce what it is if people don't know what it is?
It's a fight. It's a boxing match.
Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. Ticket prices are reaching astronomical.
Yeah.
So I wonder why, because I want to watch it, honestly.
Boxing is a dead sport, but every time there's a big fight, the fighters make tons of money. Mayweather is worth a lot of money, but he also spends a lot of money. Didn't
we look it up? What is his
net worth, or how much do you think you're going to make off of it?
No, not that. I know he's worth a lot of money. His fight win-lose ratio, or what do you call it?
He's never been beaten.
Yeah.
Mayweather, and that pisses me off because that fight that happened last year with the guy,
it was Manny Pacquiao, and it was 2 years ago.
That was just by points. They didn't touch each other the entire fucking match.
The whole thing about Floyd Mayweather is that he is not a beat him down, knock him out fighter.
I hate that.
He wears people down. He's dances around, and he wins by decision. Which is not a good. It's not an entertaining match.
He is not an entertaining boxer, though.
But he's strategic.
He's a good strategic fighter. I give
him credit for that.
By the rules of the sport, he's a good boxer. He takes advantage of the rules.
I'm just saying, don't back up.
He's not in for the entertainment. He's in to win.
A lot of people say, he stole that win from Manny Pacquiao because he fought him 3, 4, 5 years after Manny Pacquiao was like the best fighter ever, or at the time. Yeah. He was just winning every fight he went up against. So he won that by decision. And so Conor McGregor, who is an MMA fighter, is going to box Floyd Mayweather.
Which is the weird thing. He's an MMA fighter that is going to box
you
the
may
top
think it's weird.
boxer.
Now, I have not researched Conor McGregor. I don't know anything about Conor McGregor. But
I've heard him enough to where I know he's popular.
A lot of MMA fighters probably had boxing training at some point.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's where they probably start. Then
most likely,
move
yes.
to feet.
So, it's not like he's brand new to the sport. Most likely, again, I have not researched anything on Conor McGregor. But to think that he can't use his legs, so... I don't see any world where Conor McGregor wins this match. I just don't.
Okay, so prediction wise, you think that Money Mayweather's going to win then?
Yes.
Okay, Josh.
Floyd, not Money Mayweather.
That's he's Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that I don't know because I think this pay-per-view. I think the Pacquiao I can't even say his name. Mayweather fight was like $100 on pay-per-view, and I'm not paying that.
No.
Do you think they'd show that at like a bar or something?
Yes. Yeah.
When we play, pay some cover.
Maybe
we should go do that.
I remember when that fight took place, there was a huge cover because it cost the bars so much money to put it on.
It's set to go on August 26th.
Okay.
So
we'll be here.
The one thing that bothers me is you can't be considered undefeated likeMayweather is
if you're
just winning by choice.
Well, plus he basically
do you think that this will be
when to fight and who to fight?
Yeah,
and that a lot of people
makes you a champion.
He's never actually.
Oh, that makes you Brock Lesnar. I'm sorry.
That people say that's aided him in beating Pacquiao because he fought him so much later.
Okay, so Mayweather is undefeated right now. Okay,
I'm going to put that in quotes.
What kind of streak or what kind of whatever does McGregor have? Do we know?
I have no idea. I know he's a really good fighter, but I'm pretty sure he just lost a big one.
Let me look it up.
But I don't know who it was to. I know who it wasn't to, and that's CM Punk.
Yeah, because CM Punk, he tapped out like after, 2.5 minutes?
I know, I didn't watch it. I would like to watch it.
Apparently he's going to go up against Jason David Frank. And
we've been talking about that for like 3 years now.
3 years?
Rumor. Yes.
Yeah, it's been that long. Because it was back when you were living in your apartment when we were talking about it.
Yes,
so it's been 3 years.
Because I said I would buy that and
we would buy. I would pay money to watch it.
Yes,
I really would.
Conor McGregor is 21-3.
Okay, it's decent. So I know that Money Mayweather is. That's what I call him because that's what he was on WWE, and that's how I know him.
And that is according to SureDog.com. So if they're wrong, I'm wrong.
You can blame them.
He has no draws, so that's cool.
Mayweather was on WWE.
Yeah, WrestleMania 24.
Was it the Big Show?
Yeah,
right?
He broke his nose.
Yeah. Bullshit. Big Show could have kicked his ass.
Well, yeah, but he literally broke his nose.
He did.
I know, but the Big Show, look at that motherfucker. He could have kicked
He could have picked him up and thrown him out of the ring.
That's what angered me. Freaking Floyd Money Mayweather, whatever, he walks in, thinks he's hot shit. This guy thinks he's hot shit, and I don't think he's hot shit. I never did.
If you are an undefeated boxer, I would feel like hot shit too.
Undefeated by choice.
Well,
I'm sorry maybe not. Maybe but I kind of agree. I would
maybe on the back end of his career, but not on the front.
I think he's made himself an ego.
He has too much of one, is what I'm thinking. I hate people that high of ego.
Look up his record.
Mayweather?
I think it's 41 or.
Okay, so we're interested, obviously, in watching this match.
I'm interested in seeing how it. I'm
actually interested in watching it.
I could go with or without it because I don't. None of his matches are relatively entertaining. They're just not.
He's only won by KO 26 times, so I'm going to say he's 26-0.
Okay.
Except
not 49-0.
But he is 49-0.
By choice.
Not by choice.
But by
that's decision.
Oh, whatever.
Decision wins, meaning he hit the guy more than the guy hit him.
God, what a smug little bastard. Look at that smile.
I think he earned it.
What a fuck.
We all have our
He's
opinions.
like Dwayne The Rock Johnson with me. I fucking hate him.
I like him.
Me too.
I'm sorry. I know that.
No, you can have your opinion. I don't care. I'm cool with that. Personally, I hate this guy.
I tried.
Piece of shit.
Can you do it?
What?
Wink.
No, the rock thing.
The eyebrow? I can't.
You can't? This is me trying to do it.
That is now our YouTube photo.
Do not do it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it. That was me trying to do it.
We got about 10 more minutes.
Do you want to talk? Your summer plans? You're staying around.
Well,
You're sticking around.
We're not.
This
going,
is your summer
I'm not
plans.
going anywhere because it costs money to go places.
Well,
It does, but we tried to save money.
Yeah.
But we're going somewhere.
Jer is going to be visiting here next week.
Yeah.
Next week, Friday, he'll be here, and we're going to be hanging out with him over the 4th of July, and he'll be leaving the
5th of July.
6th. He'll be leaving the 6th. So,
whatever.
I think we'll have him on the podcast. I mean, it'd be awkward not to.
Well, I mean, he
can just sit on the bed.
He can play our music for us.
No, but he's the guy who created our music, so we definitely owe him some gratitude for that.
Let's clarify. He didn't actually create it for the show. It was
he created it in general, and
we
let us
use
use
it.
Yeah,
so we thank you very much for it because I think we get a lot of at least
that's
I've
the
seen
one
some
thing
comments
people
on
are
it.
like. I love this music.
I love your intro.
I've gotten that on SoundCloud messages. Where'd this come from? This guy.
This guy. Go to him. So that's what he does as a hobby. Is he makes music.
Yes.
So
he'll be here around that time, and then
like 6 weeks later.
6 weeks later, we're going to Colorado to visit
with him
for a week. I think in between that time, we're going to be going to Chicago to visit some of our friends in there.
I think we're going to try
Chicago.
to do that. We talked about maybe going to the water park, the big water park that we go to.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the heck it's called.
Oh my God.
But we go to it.
It's
huge.
It's by Rockford.
I really don't remember.
Cool Wave? No.
No idea. But we've gone to it a couple few times, and it's so much fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well,
and my biggest thing is I love that lazy river.
Illinois' largest.
It's Illinois' largest water park.
Largest.
If you type it in, you're going to see exactly what it is. But we're talking about possibly going there and hanging out with some friends over the weekend.
Raging Waves. I wasn't far off. I said Cool Waves.
Raging Waves. I knew it had waves in it.
Yes.
We talked about going to like the Cincinnati Zoo, and I think they have an aquarium too, or there's an aquarium.
I believe that they do. I had somebody from work that went there recently, and they said that they really enjoyed it.
I haven't been to a zoo in a long time. I'd like to go.
Fort Wayne Zoo.
I haven't even gone to the Fort Wayne Zoo.
Great. Huh?
Alex is scared
I
of
don't like aquariums.
She can't go near it.
Casey knows Cincinnati though, so
yeah,
and I would prefer to go to a.
Not that
Fort Wayne is
it's
bad.
less travel.
I think Fort Wayne's gets like a lot of awards for their zoos.
They do. They have the most interaction actually with the animals. Where if you go to Chicago's, like they're hundreds of feet away.
Fort Wayne Children's Zoo, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go to a children's zoo. You don't want to go to like.
Okay. So hold on. Let's talk about this discussion about Alex and her aquarium.
I don't like it.
She can't. She like when we
Do you
go.
think the glass is gonna break?
Yes. She can't breathe.
Like it's not the glass is gonna break. Is there's I don't know if they have it anymore because we haven't been to the zoo at least since they've done their new $1 million expansion or whatever.
It's been 2 years.
So they have this.
We didn't go last year.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
They have this. At least you'll remember because they've had it since at least I was a kid.
Brett, you said you'd never been there.
To where?
Fort Wayne Children's
not in the last 15 years.
Okay, but you remember the aquarium where you go up and there's just big glass thing? Okay, so it's a big dark room, and the last thing it's a big dark building. You walk in, and you can go up to like these tiny little glass things, and you see jellyfish and like little fish, and then you turn the corner to the left, and you're in this big room with a bunch of mirrors and this gigantic fish tank or aquarium that it feels like you're underwater with the fish. Oh my gosh, my chest is getting tight thinking about it. I have a big fear of deep water.
Yes, she does.
I don't know how I developed it. I do not like deep water. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I love looking at the fish, and I can stand all the way in the back of the room and take a look at it. But
oh, that fish is pretty. Look at that fish.
That's me.
You.
And that's the way I've always been. My parents have always tried pushing me up to the glass. Come over here. No, I'm good. It's a big dark room, and it feels like you're under the water, and I hold my breath. I feel like I can't breathe, and I get really scared.
Right.
I don't like it at all. I can't go up to it. Josh thinks it's funny to pull my ass up there and give me a heart attack. Like it gives me so much anxiety. It's almost like claustrophobic.
It's hilarious.
Like I don't. No, it's not. I'm about to slap you right now.
Wow.
Speaking of aquariums, I saw this thing on Facebook. There's this building or this location in Australia that has saltwater crocodiles. And you can go swimming with them.
Fuck that.
Well, hold on. You are in this circular contraption, like plexiglass entrapment, this thing. And they drop you in the water to where you are holding your breath too, and they're swimming all around you.
No. Nope.
Alex
Absolutely
wouldn't do
not.
it. I don't No.
Like I would love to
it's safer than a shark cage.
I would love to go, like, you see people doing, like, swimming with the dolphins in the Caribbean, things like that. Like, I would love to do it, but if it's in shallow water, if it was in, like, deep water, I could not do it. Like,
she needs to see the bottom.
I need to be able to see and touch the bottom of the water.
Clear.
Doesn't matter.
See it,
That's the worst.
But
actually, if I can see how deep it is, I will flip out.
In this thing, you're never you're in a thing, so like you could put your feet on it.
Absolutely not.
But anyway, I'm just thinking,
it's making me all like,
big. I mean, they're big friggin' crocodiles. There's a good chance that the water's gonna turn brown around your ass.
Yeah, you're probably gonna poop yourself.
You'll know, and people have been in there and shit themselves.
Because I was watching, they had a video. I'm like, that would be scary as hell, but it would be a rush.
Yeah,
No,
I
have other ways to get a rush. I'd rather be riding a roller coaster.
I think I would do it.
Just do a line. Cocaine.
Well,
that'll be a rush.
No,
just kidding. All kidding aside, don't do that.
Agreed.
We're hitting time?
I think so.
Yeah, I think this is a good podcast, guys. Thanks.
I think it's a good episode, yeah.
First of all, Aftercast. This summer we're doing a couple of them. We already did one with E3. Keep an eye out for another one that we're doing with a friend of mine. He is a band member, a local band member, and they sound pretty awesome. I'll tell you that. And we're going to be interviewing him and using. We're going to probably put his track on, and you guys will hear it when you listen to the podcast. And so just keep an eye out for that. Also, recent Aftercast of the E3 is on YouTube. Head on over to our PTO Unlimited YouTube. Just Google search PTO Unlimited, or you can check out our SoundCloud links. We got our YouTube on there, along with our Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Should have our links to YouTube. I mean, I hope we at least tweet about it. So check those out as well. T-shirt Tuesday is a thing on Twitter that we are running. I announce this every week. Head on over. What?
Some people have been confused about the fact that it's T-shirt Tuesday. Announce the significance to the Tuesday so they know. We start the first Tuesday of every month. That's our T-shirt Tuesday. And you don't have to tweet on a Tuesday. You don't have to. That's not what it is. No. We call it T-shirt Tuesday because we started on the first Tuesday of every month, and we run it until the last episode that is recorded on that month. So on June 28th, which is next week, at 8 p.m. on this podcast, we will announce the winner. You guys won't find out who it is until after we set it out, but we'll announce that at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our podcast. So head on over to our Twitter at PTO Unlimited. All you have to do is follow us on Twitter, like the post, and retweet the post using hashtag PTO giveaway. And that's all you got to do for a chance to win our T-shirt in your size. So that's also a good thing. So now it's time to plug it in, guys. If you guys are listening to us, just remember there are other apps you can find us on as well. We are on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, Blueberry, TuneIn, Satchel, the Xbox One podcast app, and Google Play Music. Did you test SoundCloud on your Xbox?
I didn't.
I didn't either. God, we're terrible people.
We just don't listen to it on our Xbox.
There's a SoundCloud app on Xbox now available that you can listen to your podcasts and music and stuff. I don't know if it's while you're gaming or not. And check us out on YouTube. We have all of our most recent of the past, I want to say, now we're getting towards like 8 or 9 episodes we've had on YouTube. Excluding that last week. So check us out on YouTube, guys. You can see us in video form, and you might already be doing that, and we thank you. We also thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. We can't stress that enough. Head on over to our iTunes, please, and rate us. That also helps us get more publicity and other people listening to us as well. On every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern, you can catch us on Exploded in Radio. It'll have our most or last week's podcast. They've set us back a week, I think. So you can check us out on there. You can hear us on Exploded in Radio and hear some interesting music that they play around there, the episodes as well. It's an independent radio station, internet radio station, so head on over there. If you want to follow us on any of our social media apps, we are on Facebook, which is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast. We are also on Twitter, which is at PTOUnlimited. If you want to email us about any topics you want us to talk about, or you want to chime in about something that we've talked about on the episode, our email address is PTOUnlimited@gmail.com. If you ever want to follow me on Twitter, I am at Lemke619.
Brett_wings.
Cute_kitty.
Episode 63.
That's it. In the book.
What?
Nothing.
You're looking at me like, huh?
Well, I had a real quick thing. So
yeah.
I was scrolling through Facebook the other day, and I found one of those stupid articles about lists of stuff. And this particular one was our favorite TV shows, the main characters that we hated. Like, oh, this is interesting. So I clicked on it, and it's going through some shows, and at the whole list, I'm thinking this is kind of stupid, because these shows are like major hit shows,
right?
And it's this. I'm guessing it's this one guy's opinion of the main character, like Ted from.
Ted was going to be my answer on that.
Ted,
that's one that a lot of people hated.
Ross from Friends was one.
I never watched Friends,
And
but he was annoying. I know that.
The one that
he was a whiny bitch.
The one where I was like, all right, that's it, was Eric Foreman.
Oh, what?
And I thought, so I'm reading why, and I'm like, well, he was kind of dorky, and he didn't fit in with
He was relatable.
And I'm thinking, you know what? The show died without him. So forget you. And I stopped reading.
I totally agree. I mean, Eric Foreman, I can see the dislike on, and Ted and all that. But all right, guys, that's 63. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.